Alright, so for today's video, something that I've been kind of needing to do, partially to kind of clean up around the house and stuff, but partially just because it needs to be done. I'm going to do a motor swap on a lawnmower. Something I've never really done before, have no previous experience with, but like I said, it needs to be done, so hopefully we can get it done. I've actually already started on it. It's right here. This is a, I really don't know the year model, but it's a Roper LTT12 lawn tractor, very heavy built, 6-speed, 38-inch cut, pretty nice little lawnmower deal. And then what I'm doing is actually taking the motor from that one, which is a 12.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. This one has a 12 horsepower cast iron bore Briggs. Now, I would really much rather have this motor because I feel like it would just be a better motor, but it's become victim to the elements. It's still, I mean, it's not locked up. You can move it with your hand, but the starter was bad. I have not been able to find a starter for it because, according to the interwebs, this mower doesn't exist. It said they never made an LTT12, but that's exactly what it says right there. If I'm not mistaken, it's what the serial number and all says too. Let's see. Yeah, see? LTT120AR. So, I mean, you tell me. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I'm going to kind of take this apart and kind of figure out what we've got to do. And so far, there only appears to be 4 bolts. There's the one here, and then the same on the other side. This one is the, no, I already got that one out. Okay, so it's the other one over here. It's the last one that needs to come out. This one here, but got to go up through all this other junk. So what I'm going to try to do is just go ahead and get that off, and then take this one over here off. I know that one runs. I've driven it a lot, and it's just a pain in the neck because the ignition switch is bad on that, so you have to like jump the battery, and it's just weird. So rather than keep fussing with that one and doing all this, all the electronics on the Roper are great. I mean, I actually switched the starters from that one to this one to try to make it, see if it would work, see if they would fit, and it bolts up. It does fine, but it won't. It's like the cog on the starter is too big, so it wedges and doesn't really engage. So I'm just gonna keep the starter, get rid of this other motor for now, maybe go through it at another time, make it work. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this off. So I'll get back with you guys once I get this motor off, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so what we've done, we got the motor off of this one. Like I said, this is the one that had is a 12.5 horsepower Briggs, where the other one had that 12 horsepower. I went ahead and set it on the new chassis. I have bolted the starter back on. I'm working on the ignition switch now. The only issue that I've really run into so far is that the gas tank used to sit here, and that interferes with the carburetor plenum right here. So I'm gonna have to probably just use the old gas tank from the Murray mower and put it in front of the motor, and that should still, as long as it is higher than the carburetor, and it should still work fine as far as with the gravity feed and all that. But like I said, I've got this on here. I've got to go ahead and reroute the belts and everything, get them on, and get a few other little odds and ends bolted back up. But hopefully next time I see you guys, this thing will be running, and maybe we can use it. I don't know, crazy idea, but we'll see. Watch yourself. Good job, Jeff. Alright, so as you can see in the videos, we got it running on the new chassis. We got the 12.5 running on the new chassis. We got the actual belt hooked up on the new chassis. Everything's tightened down. It does run, it does drive. Unfortunately, where the 12.5 has been sitting for a while, the carburetor is definitely going to have to be cleaned out, but it's running and it's driving. That's a lot more than we had before. We got a little bit more horsepower. We got a motor that does run and it does move. We honestly didn't have to change anything. Everything was already there. Unfortunately, I got really gross, so I took a shower already and got that taken care of. Got the boys cleaned up because they were out here in the pond, which hopefully if it ever quits raining that will go away. But anyway, just want to show you, you know, we did get it, I'd say done, but it's not really done. But anyway, you guys have a great day. If you like what you see, you know, obviously like, subscribe, join the channel. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day.